Welcome to Masterpiece Tarot. Here you'll find timeless messages to guide your soul's awakening. If you're here, trust. You're meant to be. Please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing. These help support my mission of creating more peace on Earth. Welcome in, collective. Happy to be here today with you all. I am going to jump right into a reading here. I have no idea what Spirit wants to bring through. But we're just going to see, okay? Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to be a channel for these messages that you are bringing through for the collective. So let's see what kind of message we will be looking out for. A message of peace. I love it when this one comes out, okay? Yeah, nice. I have shuffled these cards pretty well. I think maybe I'll cut the deck, though. All right, Spirit. We'll do a Celtic cross and get a good idea. We've got a Knight of Wands here, crossed by Temperance. Okay. Yeah. We've got a Ten of Pentacles in the conscious space, a Four of Swords and what's not being seen. Ooh, excuse me. In the past, these are external events here. We've got a Five of Wands, some kind of competition, and some heartbreak here. This is in the external environment. The Hierophant, this is how the person in question, the person that we're doing this reading for, is seeing themselves. Others are seeing this person in this way. This could also just be energy that's influencing this person at this time, this Ten of Wands. Hopes and fears, we have a Queen of Cups. And another Knight for an outcome, but we'll pull until we get a major here. Got an Ace of Swords, a Page of Swords, a Six of Cups, a Queen of Swords, a Four of Pentacles, a Three of Cups, a Three of Pentacles, and the Empress. Okay. So I might be reading for a feminine energy, male or female, could be either, or anything else for that matter. We'll get some clarifiers here, but I see somebody here taking action. Our Knight of Wands is somebody who is moving towards a goal. They're quite ambitious. They've got something that they want to get done. And the tension here is that there's a Temperance angel. So this is about, can be about patience. It can be about, in this context, maybe slowing down. It can also be about peace and harmony. And so we see that our Knight of Wands has all of this armor on. He's like going to battle. And there's this kind of tension around, you know, the Temperance angel brings a message of peace and harmony. So there's a conflict here with what our main person, maybe this is you, collective, or somebody that you know, but this is the conflict. This is somebody going off to battle, but there's also maybe a hope or maybe a conflict within themselves about this. They're being confronted by this other energy of peace. Okay, there's something to do with abundance, fulfillment. Tens are about completion. And so the person here that we're doing the reading for, I'm just going to say you may be, you know, you may be understanding that all of this activity, this kind of rushing forward, um, taking action, has to do with building this Ten of Pentacles, this abundance. We also see a couple here in some type of a structure, a built environment back here of some kind. What's in the unconscious is this, kind of recovery period. This is also a card of peace. This person is meditating. So there may be a need, what I'm getting with the tension being sort of about peace and also this unconscious element. There could be a need for rest with all of this activity and action and forward movement towards this big goal, the Ten of Pentacles, big abundance. There may be something that's getting overlooked or something where you're just not aware that perhaps, you're getting tired, you're needing rest. In the external environment, there's something in the past about a rivalry, some kind of competition. This could be conflict. This looks like it has to do with community. Fives are about change, so there could be something was changing in the past in the environment to do with the community, people's positions within a group. There's a sense of instability, possibly even loss here in the environment. And in the future, there's some heartbreak around this. So it really could be that there's a sense of loss in the environment as you perhaps are taking action, okay, towards a goal that you may have. Yeah. You're seeing yourself as a Hierophant. You could be a Hierophant. This is somebody who's titled, somebody who's, passed through many thresholds on your path toward leadership, knowledge, understanding, wisdom. So you may be at this time, really embodying this Hierophant energy. Again, in the environment, there's a sense that, there's a heavy burden that's happening in the environment as you, collective, step up into this leadership position and gain this abundance. Part of why you may be so tired and needing to sort of temper all of this activity with rest has to do with how the community or how the community feels about this change or how it affects them. They're feeling quite burdened, and this could be causing you to feel quite exhausted. It might not be something that you're seeing, though. Okay. There could be a hope that, I'm seeing this kind of as like a Queen of Cups partnership. If you're the Hierophant, then you could be partnering with a Queen of Cups. This could be what you're rushing toward at this time, male or female, doesn't matter. Point is, there's a partnership perhaps that this Knight of Wands is rushing towards. Wands can be about passion. Okay. So it could be like fire sign, water sign, coupling here. Could also be a hope that this will be a nurturing connection, that there will be love, emotional fulfillment, emotional stability, a sense of calm maybe after this stormy energy. And then we have a bunch of these cards that are minor arcana cards. Quite a few court cards. We have a Knight of Swords, Page Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. Yeah. And then we finally end here with the Empress. I do see at the end we have 333. These last cards here, 333. interesting. All right. There's something about partnering here as we move into this Empress energy. So this is somebody who receives love. This is somebody who is loved, receives love, is fertile. Okay, so this could be you here. Okay, let's clarify. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information here. Clarify the Knight of Wands, Spirit. What are we looking at here? Whoopsies. That's it. Upside down and too many. Let's see. Knight of Swords. So another knight. Got a lot of knights here. Eight of Cups. And the King of Cups. Lots of court cards in this reading. Yeah, I think I see that you, collective, may be moving quickly away from whatever this conflict in the environment is. You're seeking something better, perhaps something more calm, something more peaceful, more harmonious, and you're on the move, you're moving in that direction. You might be a King of Cups or embodying that energy at this time. And we do have this Queen of Cups over here, so it could be that you are a water sign masculine. And let's get some clarifiers here on Temperance. Why is Temperance here? A Queen of Pentacles. There's Judgment. And a Five of Cups. And another court card here. Yeah, there's something about awakening to some kind of conflict. You know, awakening to what's been happening in the environment and how that has been affecting you. Okay, making you feel burdened, causing you a lot of trouble. You know, there's a desire for, you know, peace, the Temperance, and then with the Judgment card, it's almost like not only is there a need for it, but now there's a call for it. Why? Because there's, you know, something's been lost, perhaps in all of this hubbub, whatever's been going on here. And the Queen of Cups could be somebody who is perhaps a partner to you, male or female, but who has perhaps been embroiled in all of this as well. Whatever this conflict is about here in the environment. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles, Spirit. We have a Magician, an Ace of Wands, and the World. Wow, okay. We have 1, 1, an Ace, and a Magician. We have the World, which is a completion. We have 21. Yeah. And 10. Okay. Yeah, so the World is about completions. It's also about an achievement, you know. So I'm seeing here that you, collective, are manifesting some kind of a new start here. You're closing out some kind of a cycle, and I think you're going to be successful. Okay, you're going into battle here. This is your energy right now. You're going into battle because you want to manifest this new beginning, this abundant new beginning, and you want to close out whatever cycle has been, you know, going on for a while here. You're a creator, collective. Clarify this Four of Swords down here. What's this all about? What is this all about? Okay, we have got a Seven of Cups. This can be about illusion. This can be about fantasy. It can be about options. Many choices. We have a Wheel of Fortune and a Six of Wands. I think on some level, unbeknownst to you, you know, this karmic wheel is turning and it's going to lead you to victory, but you don't see it. And you might not be seeing it because, you know, maybe you're not taking the rest that you need. Maybe there's a need for more time in meditation. You may be confronting a lot of choices at this time, collective, but I think there's a real need to trust and have faith that this wheel is turning in your favor and that you will be victorious in whatever this battle is that you're moving into, moving toward. Tell us about this conflict in the environment in the recent past. What's this about, this rivalry? We have a Two of Wands, an Ace of Pentacles, and an Eight of Pentacles. I think that in the past, there were people in the environment who were making plans, okay, to have this, to make these investments. And they were going to grow these investments, okay. They may have already put these plans in motion. There may have been a lot of competition for this investment, you know, for this pentacle that they were then going to invest and grow. Might have been very competitive, fighting over resources, something like this. And then that we have heartbreak, we have pain, betrayal here in the Three of Swords. Why? I don't know. Let's see. We've got a Four of Wands, a Page of Pentacles, and a Four of Pentacles. Well, we have two fours here, which are about stability. And it could be that whatever's coming together here, whatever you are taking action toward, that you're going to be successful. And there might have been a thought that you weren't going to be successful, collective, that they were their own plans were going to serve them. But because this is such a stable union that's coming together with this Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, their investment with the Page of Pentacles, which initially was quite small, is perhaps not paying off in the future, in the near future here. And they may be seeing it, which may be why we have this burden. They're feeling burdened here in the environment. And of course, if they're not getting something they thought they were going to get, there could be malice, there could be hostility, there could be, you know, all kinds of untoward things happening. Alrighty, let's clarify the Hierophant. You are a master here, and you are building. You are partnering up with the right people here. Yeah, we've got a Star card. People who are healing. People who are, you know, on the same page as you, wanting to manifest the good things in life. Yeah, because this burden is over. It's the end of it. It's time to put it down. It has to be laid down. It's time to build. It is time to build. No more heavy burden, carrying other people's burdens, perhaps. The burden of this community that's perhaps been trying to invest, maybe off of your energy. Let's look a little bit more deeply into this Ten of Wands and the environment that's burdening you. There's an Ace of Cups. We've got a Five of Pentacles and a Tower. Yeah, look. Here it is. It's very clear here. Whatever you're doing here, collective, it's about love. You've got an Ace of Cups. And what does this mean for these people who were benefiting and gaining? It means that they're going to get left out in the cold if they were used to, how do we want to say it, benefiting from your energy. Okay, if you partner up with somebody, it's going to cause a tower. Something's going to be transformed. It has to be. Yeah, these people are jumping out of the building because it's crumbling, and this is a big burden. Queen of Cups. This is a hope. I don't think it's a fear. Strength. The Devil. And the Sun. Wow. Interesting cards here. This Queen of Cups. I think the hope is that, you know, the Queen of Cups will have the strength to face what's been happening and ultimately come out of this intact, happy, you know. Yeah. The fear is to do with the devil. The fear has to do with whatever's been happening in this community, with all this conflict, this betrayal, this burden. It takes its toll on anybody who gets mixed up in it. And I think whoever we're reading for, if this is you, collective, you're hoping that your counterpart here will be able to withstand whatever is happening here in the current energy as things finally get resolved, perhaps. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a process with all of this, all of these steps and these different people. Okay, all these court cards and all these threes here. There's a lot of complexity in the social dynamics and the people that are involved, I think. Yeah. I'm not going to clarify all these. Let's see. Do we want to clarify an Ace of Swords? Yeah, let's clarify the Ace of Swords. What's this new idea? What's the truth? Clarify this Ace of Swords, Spirit. We have a Two of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. The truth is, it's being seen now with the Sun there. Well, that's a hope, actually. But the truth is that somebody's been juggling out of view, and they've been sneaking around. And it has, indeed, it's part of what's happening here in the energy. It just is. It's coming to light now. But this is what the burden is about, that is in the environment and which is affecting you, collective, and perhaps your counterpart too, or whoever this person is that you're hoping to come together with. We've got this Page of Swords. Now we have a Six of Cups. Let's clarify that one. Tell us about these soulmates, this past life connection here. Ooh, too many. Tell us here, Spirit, about this Six of Cups. What can we know about this? Death. A Nine of Swords and a Queen of Cups. Well, we have a lot of soulmates in life. And there may actually be a need to release some soulmates. You know, if there's been like significant betrayal, these could be people that you love or that you've shared good times with in the past. But if there's like significant betrayal that cannot be reconciled for whatever reason, you know, the Queen of Cups is looking right at it here. Death is about endings, but it's also about release. So there could be a sense that, yeah, it's really sad because our soulmates are people that we are very close with, in a sense. They're part of our soul family. So to be betrayed, experience betrayal in this lifetime by people that you feel are part of your soul family is sad. It's painful. Might keep you up at night. Might be anxiety inducing. I'm going to see these people that are in my family. I'm going to have to keep seeing them, but now I know about this betrayal. And what do I do? What do I do about it? I'm this loving person. I wouldn't have betrayed them. You know, how is this going to be made right? Is it going to be made right? We've got all these swords. We've got a Queen of Swords right here. We've got a Page and a Knight swords here. And then we've got these threes. We have this Four of Pentacles. That's the stability. Can be security. Yeah, so we're moving into a more secure time here towards the end of this reading. So collective, you may be finding some strength in partnerships. You may find, you know, new communities that will be more supportive and provide more security for you than whatever you experienced in the past. And this is going to enable you to receive the love that you truly deserve. Okay. And the abundance. It's going to allow you to really embody your divine feminine nature. If you're a divine feminine, it could be that whatever you've been going through, for however long you've been going through it, has forced you to be more in a masculine energy, just out of the need to survive something. Yeah, you're going to be rebuilding. You're going to feel really good about what you're rebuilding, right? You're resilient here with this Nine of Wands. You're resilient. And you know that it's okay. If you need to, you know, be in solitude, you're perfectly okay with that because of what you've been through. You know that it's okay. You're not afraid to be in solitude. Yes, you are a wounded warrior. Yes, this has been difficult, but the silver lining is you're being restored. You're going to be able to rebuild. You're going to feel good about what it is that you're creating. And you're just going to carry this resilience with you forever. You know. So that is our reading, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Bye for now.